Amazon is apparently working on a new sci-fi MMORPG, Black Myth Wukong is being developed as a trilogy, and Final Fantasy XVI is rumored to be announced during the PlayStation 5 showcase. Hello everyone, and welcome to Coffee and RPGs. My name is Solomon SK, where we cover the latest news, trends, and updates for the MMO and RPG gaming genre. Please consider hitting the like button for this video if you like coffee. If you don't like coffee, please consider hitting like anyways. Anyways, we do have a lot of news to cover, so if you do have your coffee ready, let's go over these articles together. Cheers to you guys. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started with a few articles from GamesRadar.com, and this is the first article I wanted to let you guys know. I probably should save this for the end of the video, but this trailer is so good that I can't be mad if you leave this video right now to go watch that trailer. Links will obviously be down in the pinned comment section below as always, but again, I was so impressed by this trailer. It actually made the Imperials look like the good guys, which I guess it really isn't that hard to do these days considering, you know, we have the likes of the Old Republic giving you the choice of choosing either side, but it is, I can't stress enough how wonderful this trailer is. Please stay, but if you do leave, please come back. But it is a phenomenal trailer and you won't regret watching this. And to all you Borderlands 3 fans out there, we got some awesome news for you guys. You will be able to get a free copy of the upgraded version of the game when PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X comes out. You also get to transfer over your saved game file as well, so that way you don't have to start from scratch. And again, this is at no extra cost, so good on Gearbox for adding more value to its players. We also had a similar story to those of you who own a copy of The Witcher 3, where CD Projekt Red will also give you a free upgraded copy of the game should you decide to get the next generation consoles at no additional cost, as a quick reminder as well. So we received a 13-minute trailer for Black Myth Wukong, and it impressed a lot of people in the industry as well as gamers alike. If you didn't know already, this particular game is set within the Chinese mythos or mythology, and people absolutely loved it with good reason too. So the developers for Black Myth Wukong goes by the name of Game Science, and it says here that they're trying to use Black Myth Wukong to kickstart a universe very similar to the way the Marvel Cinematic Universe is established as well. And to those of you who actually understand Chinese mythology, I think that's pretty cool. So a lot of what this article says is something that you might understand, but it does go on to say that they are setting up a story based on Sun Wukong, the Black Myth universe, and that's in quotes, which is currently being built around two other Chinese myths. But Game Science has, I'm assuming they meant to say hasn't, revealed what those stories are. And for our last GamesRadar.com article that we have, Final Fantasy XVI could be announced during the PlayStation 5 showcase according to the latest rumor. And this rumor actually initially started with a simple Reddit post, and I will have a link to that Reddit post down in the pinned comment section below, as always, if you want to take a closer look. The article does continue on to say that Square Enix game producer Shinjin Hashimoto posted a tweet reacting to the news of the PlayStation 5 showcase, but it's been swiftly deleted. Fortunately, we still have a screen grab of the original tweet, and it's also posted in the Reddit post if you care to look. But this latest tweet also follows the recent discovery of a Final Fantasy XVI Twitter account, which is adding more fuel to the rumor fire. It's not clear or not if this account is legitimately official, but it does appear to go in line with other official accounts for the Final Fantasy titles.
Can I ask you kind of a weird question?
Me personally, my favorite Final Fantasy entries are 8 and 12. And next, let's go ahead and cover some of the articles from MassivelyOP.com. And the first one here states that Survival RPG Frozen Flame outlines updates and an event coming to closed beta. Now, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time with this one. I actually don't know too much about this game, so I don't want to be standing here spewing out a bunch of information I myself don't understand. But I did find this part to be really interesting. It says that the beta build for Frozen Flame will include an additional version that has a single player mode. That to me reminds me of another game called Hellgate London, which also included a single player version of the game as well as an online experience that played very similar to the original Guild Wars game. Anyways, moving on, we got another article here that says Darewise wants to make MMO Life Beyond a, quote, super positive gaming experience. I must admit, when I first read this article, I'm thinking, oh great, so you were trying to make a game where it's all kumbaya and, you know, lovey-dovey, hug everybody, free love, Hello Kitty online stuff. But at the end of the day, I can't really knock this game, because in some ways, it's actually counterculture, and I'll explain why in a sort of ironic way, matter of fact.
Hi, my name's Katrina. And my name is Hugh. I'm Sarah.
It goes on to say that the vast majority of games, MMO or otherwise, are often about conflict and resolving problems through violence, and yes, this is absolutely true. But the co-founder and CEO of Darewise Entertainment, named Benjamin Carbit, who has titles such as Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag and The Division under his belt, says that he's following his gut and working to make a more positive and combat-free game work. And yeah, that is going against the grain. Again, I can't knock him for trying something different and doing something that's against the status quo. But at the end of the day, I really hope that Carbit is able to pull off a really awesome game, but a really fun one at that, because at the end of the day, if it isn't fun, nobody's gonna play it.
And that's the truth.
And really quick, in their next article, Japan gets an official release date for Lost Ark, and that's September 23rd. I'm telling you, it's only a matter of time before we get this game in the Western shores as well. If you didn't know already, Amazon Games signed a contract with Smilegate, and it's heavily implied that Amazon Games will publish Lost Ark for both the North American and European regions. And speaking of Amazon Games, it says here that Amazon is apparently working on a new unnamed sci-fi MMO. So this completely rules out the New World, obviously, but it also rules out the Lord of the Rings MMO that they are also currently working on that nobody really knows about. And yes, this is separate from the current Lord of the Rings online game that's out right now in the market. Now, how do we know that they're working on a sci-fi MMO in particular? Well, it does go on to say that, in quote, this designer will work with our creative director in telling gripping tales of a brand new sci-fi world, its history, and its peoples. Now, the term MMO might be a little bit clickbait, I will admit, because it doesn't really say anything about an MMO, but the qualifications for this position includes experience creating stories for a massively multiplayer role-playing game. And in their next article, we have another MMORPG called Ilysia VR, and it launches a Kickstarter and vows to bring back, quote, the glory days of MMORPGs, end quote. But the article does continue on to say that the project is already crossing its 60,000 minimum stretch goal, as well as the fact that this game is already in pre-alpha as well. Now, unfortunately, even though I like the title of this article and I like the direction that they're trying to go towards, I don't have a VR headset. They're pretty pricey, and that's one of the reasons why, even though I would like to, I probably won't be able to.
Okay, let me remain positive. This is me being positive.
And to all you isometric action RPG fans out there, we got another game for you called Darksburg, and it exits early access on September 23rd. And what's really cool about this game is that it's only $20 and will be available on Steam for the PC, Mac, and Linux as well. And if you are curious, the game is sitting at a very positive review score in terms of recent reviews, and mostly positive for all reviews. Next, we got two articles from MMOculture.com, and the first one here, A3 still alive, Netmarble confirms PvP mobile MMORPG for global launch. Now, I don't know too much about this game, but it does go on to say that the game is based on A3, a classic PC MMORPG which focuses on ruthless PK and PvP. This is a definite no from me, but if this is something that you're interested in, let me know down in the comment section below of all the ruthless PvP that you do in this game. And in their next article, we finally get a release date for Genshin Impact. And that release date is September 28th, so a few weeks from now, actually. And this is a cross-platform online RPG for both the PC, Android, and the iOS. I definitely will be checking this game out. I can't wait to make my waifu, character in this wonderful JRPG game. Next, we do have a few articles from MMORPG.com, and this is to all the Lord of the Rings Online fans out there. It has been announced that a mini expansion pack will be released very soon with 3 different editions. And the 3 editions include the normal edition for $20, a collector's edition for $60, and the ultimate edition for $99. I mean, that is one pricey mini expansion if you ask me, but they will be available in October if this is something that you're looking forward to. Something I didn't know about Albion Online, it seems like it's very similar to EVE Online in terms of the sandboxness of the game, if that's a word. Because apparently 1 billion worth of in-game assets were stolen from an Albion Online guild by a single player. And what kind of breaks my heart a little bit is the fact that the guild in question is called Fricks, and they are a guild known to help newbies kind of get into the game and whatnot. But there apparently are different ways where you could screw over people in a political dispute, very similar to what you see in EVE Online apparently. And so yeah, that is a very hardcore game, a little too hardcore for my tastes. There's a reason why I haven't played EVE Online much. Next, we do have a few articles from allchar.com, and really quick, it says here that Bungie CEO says rumors of talks with Microsoft are false. So apparently there's been a huge rumors stating that there might be an acquisition of Bungie from Microsoft, but that is totally false. I'm not exactly sure how the rumor started or where it came from. And in their next article, Action Adventure RPG There Is No Light gets a confirmed release date. And as always, I have the trailer playing above me, and I must admit, this game looks absolutely beautiful. It definitely reminds me of the 90s, which I really do like. But it does go on to say that the RPG game called There Is No Light has successfully completed its Kickstarter campaign, reaching the goal of $30,000. It is being described as a grim post-apocalyptic pixel art action-adventure RPG where players will be able to explore the underworld and slay hordes of demonic creatures. And to all you Guild Wars 2 fans out there that cannot stand the fact that some of the NPCs aren't voiced when you play through the game, you're in luck. They are working on it. And it says here that Guild Wars 2 voice acting is coming soon to the Icebrood Saga's latest episodes. But it does go on to read towards the bottom of the article that with recording being done in September, so the chances that we are getting the voice lines before the next Halloween. Now that it's the end, I really hope that I have earned your subscription in today's episode. If so, please consider hitting the subscribe button down below, as well as the bell notification icon right next to it, as those significantly helps the channel grow. And really quick, if I may, I just want to give a quick shout out to Bob Bibb, Rizzo Games, as well as Michael Pate. Thank you so much for your guys' support. It really means a lot to me that you comment and like and do all that for the channel. It really does mean a lot, so thank you guys for that. Anyways, everyone, I will finally let you guys go. I hope you guys have a blessed night, and I will see you guys next time. Cheers again, everyone.